Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position, you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 91 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he's got room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now Chubb. A little juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Well, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with the 1st and 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2nd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 35 on 2nd down, Murray looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that's complete. It's Green here. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Murray again. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man, Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They find Williams on the slant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. He'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it here. Williams brings it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run again on first down. Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Defense Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down, Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches, none bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Ertz has it left side. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Murray. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again, Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
7 yards to pick up there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw is Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw. Murray. Able to find Ertz. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Zaven Collins, rookie first-round pick there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 41 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a first throw here in overtime. That is caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First throw of overtime for Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And great running after the catch turns that into a really big gain. That's the good news, but keep in mind here, the clock running. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.